All right, one final but very important detail to add, and that is uh, it's not easy in any spectrum, whether it is Bridget or Ben arguing over the truth in regards to Eddie, my son. It doesn't matter what spectrum this is. Uh, Frequently, it's detestable to consider the perspective of the other person. When we're talking about politics, invariably what happens is that people on one side grow to loathe and hate the people on the other side. And so the question is, what's what's the advantage to listening to the people on the other side, even if you find them loathsome or detestable? Well, here's the deal. If you have two people, that's a lightning bolt. If you have two people who have friction between them, there's only two ways to solve the problem. Okay? One way does not count. One way is they can stop speaking to each other, in which case these two people do not change their minds about them about inside their head. They don't change their opinions, nor they change their minds about someone else. This becomes a cutoff, and the hive mind shuts down. Okay, you don't have access to the full computer network. Now, so that doesn't count. You can't just stop talking to someone because the friction's still there, and you're just as in peril of danger or of civil war, of catastrophe, of fights or whatever. You're just in the same amount of danger, if not more, because then these two sides fester and they're not allowed to open up about what they think, and it sort of makes them both stink. Now, so there's only two ways that you can alleviate this tension or this static: words and fists. Words, if exchanged between these two people, may not solve the issue. The issue may still be there, but the tension gets released. If people both speak, feel that they're heard, feel that the other person is listening to them, this reduces the pressure between two people. Remember, this person thinks they're 100% right, and they have a rationale for that. They can defend that they're right. This person can defend that they're right. So what if you can't alleviate and remember, you need both people. You need both for three-dimensionality. So the best you can do is you can't ever fix this, nor should you maybe even want to, but you can alleviate the pressure between the two people so that they can cohabitate using words. But if words break down, then physical violence is the other way. And this is not exactly comfortable to speak about. I challenge you to think of another way that these two people can fix the issue between them other than these two ways. So, if minefields, figurative minefields, are set up in the matrix of words that are allowed to be spoken, that makes it more difficult for this one to be used to alleviate the pressure between two people, and it increases the likelihood that fists will be used. And we don't want that. So the question again is, why should I listen to the person from the other side? Why should I hear them? I don't agree with them. Well, you're right. You don't agree with them, and you never will. Is that a good or a bad thing? That's a different argument. But why should you listen to them? Because again, you only have two choices. How do you want? There's pressure. It's going to go somewhere. It's going to continue to build if you're not careful. Which ones of these two options do you want to use? And the ethical way is to use words and use words and use words and use words. And if it doesn't work, use more words and keep doing this so that you can avoid fists if at all possible. And this undercuts this is a radical understatement because we're not talking about fists. We're talking about 250 million dead in the last century alone. So fists is not just people punching each other either. Okay, so allow the other people to feel heard and open up lines of communication, and then the neural network, the pulsing hive mind of the world, can function in a peaceable way. Okay, that's it.